Have you heard a large number of young people suffering from heart attack and other cardiac ailments? Well, yes, our news feed is filled up with such news, where seemingly fit people have major health issues. Hey there everyone, I am Roshni, a third-year medical student from IPGMER in Kolkata, and I welcome you back to my channel. Another day, another episode, and this time we have Professor Dr. Avijit Hajra Sir, the Dean from IPGMER and SSKM Hospital, to speak on the topic of World Health Day. I welcome you, sir, to my channel.
So, greetings to everybody from IPGMER and SSKM Hospital, Kolkata. So, what would you like me to respond to?
Many disorders which were earlier thought to be age-old problems are being suffered by the young generation also. So what is the importance of taking care of our health from the very beginning? I would like to hear this from you on this World Health Day. Over to you, sir.
Very true. Look at the spectrum of different diseases and problems which we suffer from or which we have to contend with. Then broadly we can categorize them as communicable and non-communicable diseases. So communicable diseases are the infectious diseases, and anyone is vulnerable to infection of different types. And all of you know that what kind of havoc, for instance, virus infections like this coronavirus infections can play with humankind. But side by side with communicable diseases, we now have the growing prevalence and the growing problem of non-communicable diseases as well. And these non-communicable diseases are now major public health issues in all parts of the world, not only in the developed countries but also in developing countries. Okay. So the major diseases like cardiovascular diseases, cancer, respiratory diseases are no longer restricted to the developed world. They are essentially global diseases and they are like smoldering pandemics. Now, our earlier belief was that many of these non-communicable problems like cardiovascular diseases, cancers, etc. were diseases of age. So as you grow older, you are more prone to develop these diseases and to suffer from complications of these diseases. But increasingly we are realizing, especially over the past couple of decades, that there is actually no age bar for these diseases. Young people, apparently healthy people, can develop these diseases, and what is more worrying that they sometimes present with acute complications of this disease, acute manifestations of this disease, which come all of a sudden without prior warning. A typical case in point is that myocardial infarctions or heart attacks. So earlier we believed that this is a disease of aging, but nowadays in India we are seeing people in their 40s and even those less than in their 40s, they are suffering from heart attacks and all its attendant mortality and morbidity. So there has to be some means, apart from treating these diseases, there has to be some means by which we can reduce the health burden of these problems. And there the very important field of preventive medicine comes into the picture. Most of you know that our World Health Day would be celebrated on 7th April, and in 2023 it is especially significant because this World Health Day is also going to mark the 75th anniversary of the World Health Organization. So this was a UN body which was conceived way back in 1948 and was established with the goal of tackling disease problems and making the world a safer place to live in. So in going with the spirit of this theme, health for all, we have to pay a lot of attention now towards prevention of these diseases, both communicable as well as non-communicable diseases. Now, there are different levels of prevention: primordial, primary, secondary, tertiary, etc. Some levels of prevention kick in when the person already has the disease. When we speak about secondary prevention, tertiary prevention, etc. But more effective is when we speak about primary prevention before the disease actually sets in, or even primordial prevention, where we try to modify the risk factors for the disease so that the disease does not get a chance to develop in the first place. And if we speak about diseases like cardiovascular diseases, respiratory diseases, cancers, then probably primordial prevention is going to play a leading role if we want to effectively fight these diseases. So now we understand that our lifestyle related factors may be related to many of these diseases, common things which may be modifiable, for instance, sedentary lifestyles, unnecessary weight gain, too much of cholesterol rich foods, maybe too much of smoking and substance abuse. These are all risk factors that all of us can address. If we are aware and if we are willing and if we are motivated, then we can tackle these risk factors and engage towards primordial prevention of all these major non-communicable diseases. And this would go a long way towards making the world a safer place and to achieve the WHO goal of health for all.
Well, sir, thank you for your advice. And I hope me as well as all our viewers listen to you and look up to the concept of health for all, this World's Health Day, and adopt a healthy lifestyle. Thank you,
So
sir.
I would request all of you, those who are listening to this YouTube video, that every one of us has a role to play. Whatever field you belong to, whatever stage of life you are in, everyone has a role to play in improving their own health, the health of the immediate families and communities, and thereby contribute to the global goal for health for all. Thank you.